Hey guys, so I wanted to put together this video to help you guys understand the difference between jabs and hooks for your business. And the reason that I find this so important is because as CEOs, as entrepreneurs, as business owners, we need to make sure that we are putting good content out there for our followers and for our clients and things like that so that they know what is possible with our business and know what we're doing. You know, I think a lot of people have this feeling of like icky ideas about what MLMs do. And we all know it's not icky. You know, when you're sharing your life and you're making yourself a better person through fitness and nutrition and personal development, there's nothing icky about that. You know, to give your heart and your soul to be able to help other people. That's huge. That's awesome. But we need to break through that stereotype of this icky MLM by sharing with people the right way. Okay, so you have to have a strategy with your business. So a couple months ago, we all started doing what a lot of coaches in the organization are doing, and it's jabs and hooks. So basically, a jab is something that every single day you're putting on your page, and you're either sharing something little about your business, or you're sharing something little about your clients or your challenge group or your free group or something like that. And these jabs are meant, you know, think of boxing, okay? So it's something little where you're not inviting the person to join you, but you're sharing with them what it's doing, like a challenger's results, or the fact that your challenge group is really, you know, energized and excited, or you know, that you just had a brand new coach sign on your team, or a picture of your meal, or a picture of yourself working out, or something like that, that is giving people a glimpse into your life as a coach. Okay, that's what a jab is. A hook is when you're actually inviting people to become a client, to participate in a free group with you, to participate in a challenge group, to participate as a coach on your team, okay? Inviting to a sneak peek, that kind of stuff. That's the stuff that is a hook or considered a hook. Now, as a coach, you don't want to do a ton of hooks. You know, I'm not a big boxer, but what I've seen and what I've learned is that doing the little jabs, okay, throughout the week, or I guess if you're in the boxing ring, the little things that catches people's attention, and then all of a sudden you throw out a hook. Okay, for me it's a little easier to understand because of Turbo Fire. You know, you're not throwing hooks out all the time. You're mixing it between the different kinds of punches. Okay, so think about that. So I want to go through a couple different examples of jabs and hooks. But what I want you to know is that, you know, people don't like to be sold to. They do not like to be sold to. So if you're putting out a ton of hooks, okay, so you're inviting on your page, and someone goes to your page and it's all about a challenge group, or it's all about coaching, or challenge group and coaching, they are going to be very turned off, okay? They're going to think, oh my gosh, this person is so salesy. You know, maybe you think that of some of your friends who are in other organizations. You're like, not in Beachbody, but in like other companies. You're like, man, they just do not quit, do they? Or, you know, they like, people want to know that they're going to be working with someone who is really going to be there for them, is fitting their personality and their style. So that's what those jabs are for. And they also want it to be their idea. Okay, so if you're doing these little jabs throughout the week, you're going to find when you're consistent with this, okay, not over a week, but a couple weeks, a couple months, and you're consistently doing this, you're going to have more people attracted to you, okay, and wanting to work with you, that you're like, whoa, I can't believe these people are coming to me. And it's because you're doing this strategy right, okay? You're putting that information out there so that when they see it throughout the week, they're like, you know what, this is something that I do want to be a part of, okay, whether it be your challenge group or coaching or whatever. They also have to see things a couple times, okay? People have to be invited or see information, 6 or more times, I'm pretty sure that's the stat, before they say yes. Okay, so when you're talking to people about challenge groups, or you're talking to people about coaching, and maybe you have the same people commenting, and you're like, oh, come on, you didn't commit before. What's going to make you commit now? They need to have that information a couple different times, 6 or more times before they really are ready to commit. Okay, so don't get discouraged if you have people who are just not ready yet to pull the trigger, even though they've been commenting and liking and all that stuff. Okay, you're getting close. Okay, another thing I want to make sure I mention before I show examples is timing of your posts. Okay, I think sometimes we all get these really good ideas in our heads and we're like, yeah, I want to put that up right now. And we forget that maybe it's the weekend, maybe it's Saturday in the middle of the day and no one's on Facebook in the middle of the day, especially with like this beautiful fall weather. They're not on the computer, they're out enjoying the weather with their family, or they're at their kids' sports or something. So you want to write down your ideas and think of your target niche. Okay, when are they going to be on the computer? Okay, so if you're trying to target people who work full time, then you want to make sure you're putting your posts up at nighttime. Okay, if you're trying to target stay-at-home moms, then you're going to be putting your posts up, maybe in the morning, or maybe when the kids are at school, things like that, and also at nighttime. So think about the timing of your posts. If your posts are not getting a good reaction, it's most likely because of the timing. Okay, so play around with the different times. I will tell you, anything that you put up from like 1 p.m. until about like 3 or 4 is going to be dead zone. Okay, no one is going to really comment or like on that. And I have to remind myself that too, because I'm working from home. So it's like, oh, I want to put this post up. And then it's like, wait, no one's on. So you have to just kind of like put a pause on it and think about that. Okay, so remember the timing. Now I'm going to screen share and go through a couple different examples and tell you why it's a jab and what kind of jab it is. Okay, so for instance, I love Raina O'Dell. She's very good at this. Now she just put up a picture and said, every Saturday in our prep group, we'll be doing different workouts. Keeps it exciting. Today, not exciting. Sweat intervals. Max 30. Kicked my butt. I guess that's what I get for killing those ribs last night. Okay, that's a jab for a challenge group. Okay, or jab for coaching, and not coaching, but like a free group. Okay, because she's saying, I have a prep group going on right now. We're trying different workouts. It's going to be exciting. Okay, something short and sweet. Okay, and she didn't say anything about want to join me or anything like that. Okay, so that's the first example. The other one, I love Anita Myron as well, and she just put up a picture of food and a book and everything, and it says, this is what I call a date with myself. What a glorious breakfast. I love being around my family, but what a treat to sit and enjoy a quiet meal and a good book. Okay, have you ever taken yourself on a date? Okay, so this is a jab for coaching. Okay, she's sharing, this is a date with myself. She has the personal development book right there. She has her purse right there. That's an expensive purse. She has, food, like a healthy food, so it's kind of like she's saying it, but she's not saying like, this is my life. This is my coaching job type thing. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to close out of it. I'll make sure I grab that one for you guys. This is Janelle, our upline. So this is a coaching hook, okay? So she talks about, if you look at Janelle's post when she talks about coaching, she never just dives right in and says, I'm looking for da-da-da-da. Okay, she always starts with a question that's going to catch people's eyes. So Highlands and Michiganders, can you believe the weather today? Okay, so she goes through and says, gorgeous fall day, I'm thankful I got to enjoy it. But that freedom is something that I've worked hard to obtain. Okay, so there she's insinuating, hey, I've kicked my booty and now I'm able to enjoy a little more flexibility in my schedule. You can build your body while you build your business, even if you work full time and are busy with kids. Another thing that's, saying, hey, you can do this too, even if you're working full time. No, it's not easy. It takes effort and willingness to learn. Your success depends on what you want to put into the business, but I will teach you everything I know. What you do is up to you. Okay. And then she goes through and says, if anyone in disbelief of legitimacy of this being a worthwhile business to pursue. I have several millionaire coaches of all ages, personalities, and body types who have success, not stress, to prove trainings and this Beachbody coaching business works. It's certainly not get rich quick scheme or thing. But what's cool is none of them have set up, what's cool is none of them set up to make a bunch of money in this, and they're, why can't I read? And they're the most giving people you'll have ever meet. And then comment below if you're interested. Comment below if you're interested, okay? That's huge. That's huge. That's what makes this a hook compared to what Raina and Anita had put up, okay? You are interested. Comment below if you're interested. That's a call to action, guys. With every single hook post, you have to put a call to action, okay? So just so you understand that, jabs, no call to action. Hook, call to action. Okay, here's another one. Here's another jab from Raina. And she said, day 5 of our hammer and chisel prep group. She's mentioning she has a group. Oh, this is actually like a hook/jab, okay? I had a great sweat after popcorn and Skittles last night. It's not late to join us, okay? So this is actually a hook because she says, that's her email address right there, okay? So your hooks don't have to be long and, explaining exactly the coaching opportunity or the challenge group or anything like that. It can be something short and sweet, okay? Here's a jab for a challenge group. This is from Angie Bellamar. And she talks about, good morning, beauty. This is my breakfast on the Bikini Body Bootcamp. Okay. Thinking that's probably 21 Day Fix, right? But she doesn't come out and say 21 Day Fix. She says Bikini Body Bootcamp, okay? And she goes through and explains her meal. And then, a lot of people ask how I know I'm not consuming too much sugar with eating fruit. Those containers are how, okay? That's a jab. She has the 21 Day Fix containers right there, but she's not saying these containers are from 21 Day Fix. She's saying these containers help me know that I'm not eating too much sugar, okay? This is Brittany Leggett. I love Brittany Leggett. And, she talks about this is a jab for her challenge group or coaching, okay? And she talks about when we are talking about God's will for life, okay? So she just did a selfie, and then just talks about helping to change the lives of others through health plus fitness, raising a happy, loving, healthy, God-honoring family, teaching middle school kids, living out your passion for art as a ministry to others. Okay, whatever it may be, you can trust that God is much more committed to carrying out his plan for you than you are. I hope that gives you relief. You don't have to be perfect. God will do the work and guide you where you need to act. If you show up, remain in prayer, and acknowledge the one who is doing it all anyway. Sleep is not something I get often, but I thank God every day for my life and the opportunity for him to use me to show even one person love. Gotta keep myself in check and remember exactly who I'm serving every day. Happy Friday. This is a jab for coaching and for a challenge group, okay, and her business in general. She's saying, I'm doing what God's plan is for me, okay? Another one from Raina. This is a jab for her coaching business, okay? And she's just, you can tell that she's in not an airport, in a hotel room, and she's up on has a computer and everything set up. And she says, we had a lunch date and then checked into our room, which is amazing, right on Michigan Avenue. I'm that person that has to unpack when I get to a room, Wi-Fi included. So of course I had to fit in a check-in with some of my coaches. How's it go? If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Yep. That is a jab for your business, okay? To be able to travel and still be able to, okay, I'm going to hop on really quick and check in with my team or check in with my challengers or something like that. That is a coaching hook, or not a hook, coaching jab, to be able to show people, hey, I'm on vacation, but you know what? I love my job, so I'm just going to hop on really quick and check stuff, okay? And then one from Angie Bellamar. This is a coaching opportunity hook, okay? So Fit Girls Wanted. She goes through and just says, I have a crazy amount of questions lately from people asking me what exactly I do for a living. Well, here it is, and you can be a part of it. This is a great opportunity for those of you who are curious. Comment below with your email address if you want more details, or email me at da-da-da-da. Now, something that I want to point out, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but something I want to point out for this post, okay, is that And you can always pause this and read the rest of what she put. Okay, but she puts a hook twice. Okay, so at the top, so if people read that first part, comment below with your email address if you would like more details, or email me at angiebelmar, whatever. Okay, so she has it right there at the beginning. Then she goes through and puts another snapshot of her opportunity, and then email me at, and then her email address. I use email addresses as well. Either say, leave your email address below, or email me at da-da-da-da. You can, I'd recommend that, but it's totally up to you. So let me make sure. So that should be all set, okay? And that's just a quick way to do a coaching hook, okay? And, another coaching hook right here. You can go through and compare, your stats. Okay, so where you started as a coach and where you are right now. Okay, and they don't have to be like mind-blowing stats. If you're a brand new coach, this is going to be a little harder for you to do this type of post. But if you've been a coach for a while, share with them. What have you been able to do with your business? What have you been able to pay off? What have you been able to change in your own life, fitness-wise, health-wise, your own like mental state, stuff like that, okay? And just go through. And, this is another way to do a hook and say, if you're interested in chatting or learning more, comment below. I'm in, or shoot me a message and we can chat, okay? So basically with hooks, you're always inviting people, okay? You're always inviting people. Jabs, you're just putting it out there. Okay, and something I want to make sure I mention before I forget is that I do not want you guys to use stock photos. If you looked at all of those different examples I gave you, those are pictures that coaches are putting up from their phones, okay? Maybe sometimes use their computer, but it's mostly just from their phones, just snapping a picture, okay? And obviously make sure there's no clutter in the background and it looks pretty, but it's real life. People want to see that. They don't want to see you grab a 3-day refresh or 21-day fix or hammer and chisel picture and plaster it on your page, okay? That is so salesy. I've been there. I've done it a ton. Sometimes I still do, and it's like, oh, I can't believe I'm doing this, and it works out horribly. It's me trying to just get a post up quickly, and that's not what we want to do, okay? That's not what we want to do with our business. We want to make sure that we are giving people quality information and quality pictures, and they want to see you, okay? So when you're doing these jabs and hooks, refrain from using any stock photos from Beachbody. Create your own. Okay, so this is the video on jabs and hooks. If you guys have any other questions, make sure you reach out to your upline or you reach out to me and we'll get you going. But you want to make sure that you're doing a jab every single day in your business that's either directed towards coaching or it's directed towards a challenge group, okay? And a hook once or twice a week, okay? So maybe once a week about a challenge group and once a week about a coaching. Remember the timing of the posts, okay? And also remember to use your own photos, okay? And if you see other coaches have some good ideas, do not just copy and paste, okay? That's a no-no. Do not just copy and paste, but get an idea from them and say, you know what, that's a really good way to do it. I think that I'm gonna take that, but I'm gonna make it my own. And I'm gonna put my information in. I'm gonna use my photo, and I'm gonna change the wording so it sounds like me, okay? That's very, very important because people can tell. Okay, they can tell if, it's something that Brittany Leggett or Janelle put up. And if I just took it, they'd be like, that's not Meg. That's not her personality. That's not how she talks, whatever. Okay, so make sure you do that because people can totally tell and it will not turn out the way you want it to. So have a wonderful day, guys, and I'll talk to you later.